Good evening from New Zealand. Welcome to another live stream. Airbus Cockpit Coach here. Hope you're all well. We've got a more familiar aircraft today. Well, perhaps hopefully more reliable aircraft today. The Fenix IAE, Air New Zealand. Sun is coming up. I put the time forward by about an hour or so, but it is early morning in New Zealand. But I wanted to see some of the scenery we'll have on the way, so I just cranked it forward by an hour. But we have real world weather. Yeah, so we've been sitting here. The sun is coming up. We've got a very nice looking Air New Zealand, a slightly older livery, the full black livery there for Air New Zealand, but it's a nice aircraft. We've got the Flightbeam Wellington scenery installed, and it's looking very good. Right here by the water, and we're on our way to the inibuilds, Queenstown in southern New Zealand, just over the other side on the South Island, down on the bottom. So, which is a mountainous area, as I'm sure most of you will know. It's quite a challenging approach. RNAV approach we'll be doing into there. So that should be fun. First time I've been to either of these airports, certainly in the sim, so new to me, so paying close attention to the charts. But yeah, so it should be interesting, but hopefully we'll have some good sights along the way. I'm going to use Beyond ATC for this one and see if we get some New Zealand accents. I was planning on going on VATSIM, and I thought, well, you know, everyone in New Zealand's asleep, and VATSIM was dead, so I thought, well, we'll give Beyond ATC a go. It's just had another update as well, so it's constantly improving. So we'll keep playing with that for this one. So we're going to be flying as Air New Zealand 603 as the call sign today, which is a real-world scheduled service from Wellington down to Queenstown. Flight time is just over an hour, I believe. That's one. So let's jump on him. That's a nice. He's a nice looking model. I like that. Very nice. Let's jump in. It's a little bit dark, but right. I'll get some lighting on. Sorted to do safety checks. Masters, landing gear lever, wipers. Voltages are good. Power it up. You're right, and we'll get the first officer out for the walk around today. You can try and enjoy the sunrise. Just wait for the warning computers to come online and do their thing. Bit of lighting up here as well. It's light for you in chat, but hopefully you can not too dim for you. Okay, alright, let's do AP. Yeah. Checks. Engine 1. 2 scripts. Master lights. Master caution, ECAM pedestal. 2. 2 scripts, master lights, master caution, ECAM, pedestal. Checks. Okay, excellent. Shall we risk GSX loading us up? I'm just this issue with the IDGs causing problems. Okay. Let's you late for your scheduled departure time. So is it not going to do it? Press boarding. Is it not going to play? I might want to. I guess. I don't know. Doing anything out there? I don't think he wants to play ball today, you know. Do a load. Oh, it's very bright, isn't it? Let's turn that down a bit. Not very bright, but there we go. I will do fast time loading. X is not playing ball. We'll turn that off. Interfere. Excellent, and we'll bring up the operational flight plan for this one and take a look. So we're Fenix A320 IAE, check. 2500 Air New Zealand 603 is the call sign. Index 5, 380, minus 56, proper is at just shy of 33. Fuel weight 56.6, and we've got an average headwind component today of 41. We've got a shear rate of 1.3, that's our peak at top of climb, so nothing to worry about in terms of turbulence today, hopefully. Expecting departure 16. To everyone, Quebec departure, and expecting the LRR 4 Bravo into Queenstown's 23. Distance of 353 miles, we'll cross check that later on. So we've got a. So this is a part of the world where alternates are an issue, hence there's probably the higher fuel, and I've put a bit more in here. You've got an additional 1.1 tonnes in there. Really going to be coming back up here if you need. So. 5.7 final block on that. So in terms of weather, let's take a look. Destination Queenstown, 0603 knots. This is real world weather today. Broken 60. 1 degree, only 1 degree down there. Okay, that's somewhere colder than the UK. Look. Coming to, so the wind's picking up a little bit as the day goes on, but nothing to worry about. And here in Wellington, again light wind 0105 knots. 10 kilometres more visibility, broken 3100, overcast 6000, temperatures 8 here, 2.7 QNH 1008, and wind again is increasing slightly with rain later on. Well out of here by then, so nothing weather-wise of concern. Should really check the NOTAMs, but I imagine most of these, like cranes and so forth, won't be in the sim. Panic hazards and so forth, so yeah, not anything there like taxiway closure or anything like that, not in there, so stand. Okay, excellent. Looking good on the OFP. Let's get the box set up then. Check data, aircraft status, cross check. So V2500s, nav database is in date. Let's see how many times I get the call sign wrong today. Not going to be an easy jet today. Air New Zealand. Cost index was 5 at 380, and the temperature up there was expected to be minus 56. Ground temperature here today is 8. Oh, probably in the winds. Excellent. So I'm going to get the Beyond ATC ATIS up and before we get set up so we can make sure we're setting everything up the right one way.
Information Bravo. Wellington Airport information Bravo, 1943 Zulu, wind tree 45 at 5, ceiling 3100 broken, 6000 overcast, temperature 08, dew point 07, QNH 1008, landing and departing runway tree 4, transition level 150. Numerous cranes in operation around Wellington. Advise on initial contact you have information Bravo. Wellington Airport information Bravo, 1943 Zulu, wind tree.
So Beyond ATC wants us out on runway 34. And 16. Oh, aircraft is loaded. Oh, not a big deal. This is why we check at this stage. 08, wasn't it? Right, 1008. Set once, twice, 3 times. Aerodrome altitude. That's up. Check that. Charts on for the moment, very bright. 41 feet, and just see up there, as far as I can zoom in actually, but 41 feet. We're there or thereabouts, so 20 on there, but obviously that's at a certain reference point, so it may not be here, but that's fine. GPS primary, we got IRSs. All in nav. Eight. Yep, all looking good, and they're aligned, especially as we're doing RNAVs today. Do that anyway, but we're going to be using those. Okay, so we're expecting departure. Runway 34. And I need a clearance then in that case because I've got my flight plan. Maybe altered. So I'll grab that now. My key binding's gone again. And just have an install, you see, it's constantly being updated. I'm just thinking if there's anything changed on here actually, but fire action. Interesting. Little things being added to it all the time. Wellington clearance, hello, Air New Zealand 603, stand 16, information Bravo, QNH 1008, Airbus A320 requesting IFR clearance to Queenstown.
New Zealand 603 Wellington delivery, thanks for Bravo, expect runway. Tree 4, up Blue 1 Papa departure, SAB to transition. Initial climb to 6,000 feet. Squawk tree 211.
Expect runway 34, Uplu 1 Papa departure, SABDA transition, initial climb 6,000, squawk 3211, Air New Zealand, for New Zealand 603.
New Zealand 603. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.90 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Contact ground 121.90 when ready for push and start. New Zealand 603. Okay, that looks decent. Coming the other way, just cross checking that. So good, we got that in there. I'll put a few more track miles in. So that's the Uplu 1 Papa. And the initial Papa RNAV Departure. Up to Sabda, so looping round. Zoom in here, we've got a zoom, there we go. 340 to Kubi. That's that one there, okay. Turn left, track 322 to Uplud. Check. And because we're going to Sabda from Uplud, turn left direct, Enchem. Check. Max 210 knots, track 150 to Larox. Check. Turn right, track 167 to Jonah. Check. And then on to Sabda. Okay. Minimum 150 to Uplud. Okay, so they want us out of here. So we're going to put that stop climb in. It was 6,000. So let's check that box. Ubi. 322, check to Upload. Enchem Larox, Jonah, 150. 210 knots, check. Excellent. And for the arrival, currently we are expecting, what are we expecting? LRAV 4 Bravo for 2-3. RNAV. We'll do the RNAV Zulu. RNAV Zulu 2-3. Check that LRU, was it LRU 4 Bravo? Inserts. Distance in that 378. We're 353, and that's because of our distance into departure change of runways, so that accounts for that difference. Let's run through that route. Wait, just to cross check that. It's quite a little bit. 20. Box at kill. We'll check this again en route, and then we pick up the RNAV AR over into 2-3. Excellent. That looks good. Happy with that. On a bit. So we were loaded, so we can get the weights into the Mukdu. 132 passengers, just shy 2 tons of cargo, and 5.7 on the fuel. Send that over. 0 fuel weight, 56.5 tons. In and I don't think we have the alternate today. I plan to carry enough fuel to come back, so there's nothing down there as an alternate. fortunately. Alternate 0, but I am anchoring an extra. I need 2.5, 5.7 total. So I'm actually going to block 2.5 and see how we do. Runway track in there for the departure. Can play around with that. It's just because I haven't got an alternate today, that's why we're showing that. It's just with that alternate figure I put in there. For some reason SimberReef wouldn't let me put in an alternate to come straight back round to Wellington from Queenstown for some reason, so my alternate fuel was probably slightly out there. But I'll adjust that anyway. We know we've got enough basically. Excellent, so we've got the weights in with that. We can copy the active into there. The fuel is loaded. We are 5.7 check and we are balanced. Get the pumps on and we'll start the APU. Good stuff. Getting there, getting there. I'm not as frightened as I was yesterday flying the inibuilds A320. That was a little bit... the auto thrust nearly killed me on the approach a couple of times on yesterday's stream. You caught that. That was an interesting one. But overall, it's a good aircraft for a freebie. Yeah, there's something there they need to iron out. Calculate with packs on. Go full length. Flaps 3. No, I don't want flaps 3. Flaps 1. Flexing to 56. 5. 130. 35, 136. Not familiar with Air New Zealand SOPs in terms of standard thrust reduction, so I'll keep what's in there. Monitor guard. Better get the squawk in there. We have 3211. We're pretty much good to go. Just a briefing. So we'll have a left-hand seat departure today. We've calculated takeoff performance, reflexing to 56 on a config 1 plus F departure. We're going to use runway track as our engine out SID, although we'll use terrain radar as well on departure guidance. There's a bit of terrain around in this area, and particularly en route as well. In terms of a return, we're good to come back in here, weight and weather-wise, straight back into Wellington should it be required, and weather is suitable. Takeoff runway is 34. Up the charts, no hotspots from where we are down to the taxiway, although there is a hotspot mid-runway at the crossing, so one to be wary of. We've got a stop climb today of 6,000, and we are on the upload one Papa or then 1 Romeo, 1 Papa. RNAV Departure, and we're into an MSA of 4,800 feet, and we stay there until we leave the zone. Terrain is right turn, so we want to avoid right turn after departure. Straight out be suitable in the event of an engine failure that takes us out over the water. Excellent. So we got to be 150 or greater at upload, so accelerating away. Encom max 210 knots, which we've already checked is in the MCDU. We've checked the fuel in terms of threats. Beyond ATC, I guess it's going to be a threat. We've got a reliable aircraft. No minimum equipment list items, no non-standard ops, so fully serviceable aircraft. Should that change, we will rebrief. But I think we're looking good. Briefing complete on that one. The sun has come up. Let's have a look outside. Yep, we're up. Visibility, excellent. A nice plane, that one. It is nice. It's a nice model. IAE ops. Okay. Let's cross-check that load sheet. .6 check, 29.6 check, 5.7 check. That. It can come off. Come on, we're just over. So we're normal pat flow. That's fine for 132. Excellent. All right, let's get pushing. I'm wondering if to risk. I don't know if I'll risk GSX. I don't want these IDG faults. I'm really nervous about that. We spend half an hour setting a plane up to do it all again. Maybe it's going to do it for me anyway. I'll put the beacon on. I've turned GSX off. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh no, it's turned up. Right, do your thing. Come on. GSX bypass pin is in. There's no return now. We're coming with GSX. I better get my clearance, otherwise I get shouted at by the controller, won't I? Ground, New Zealand 603 is ready for push and start.
New Zealand 603, Wellington ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest.
Push and start approved, face northwest, New Zealand 603. This is a case of nose right and see where GSX puts us. We got the right accent now. I'm sure we had a New Zealand accent in Scotland yesterday. And nose right, sail left. Let's see how that goes.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at west.
Before start checks, parking brake is released. Takeoff data is confirmed. Windows are closed. Doors closed and armed. We'll start checklist complete. Engine mode selector start. Starting engine 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our Airbus A320. Please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions, including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and the brace position, which you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft. The cabin crew are now pointing out the exits nearest to you.
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking.
Parking brake set and avail engine 2. Let's have a look at engine 1 going.
Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened whenever the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Hold the mask in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping.
Okay.
Tow truck disconnected.
Good.
Bypass pit
GSX is gone. We've got working IDGs. Deal with that.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
A bit of bounce on temperature. You see it come up and drop back. Normal. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Wave wave. Right, engine 1 avail. Engine mode selector norm. AP you can come off. Strobes armed. We will have terrain here today. Down clutter screen on. Calibrate on. Auto. Armed. Reset. Flaps 1. Transponder on. I'll do TARA now. Flight control checks. So flaps 1 plus F up 1 and just dim that down a bit. Ailerons. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Boilers full down. Sorry, elevators. Neutral. Rudders full left. Full right. Full right, full left, neutral. Fixed spots, and with that we can auto brakes. Alright, we're going to need a chart up here, aren't we? Unfamiliar, that is a risk today we didn't call out, so it was unfamiliarity with all parts of the route. See what he wants to give us. ATC shouts. New Zealand 603, request taxi.
New Zealand 603, runway 34, taxi via Quebec, Bravo, Bravo 10, Alpha, Alpha 11.
Runway 34, taxi via Quebec, Bravo, Bravo 10, Alpha, Alpha 11, New Zealand 603. Quebec. Bravo. Bravo 10, so... Okay, coming down here, Bravo 10, Alpha, Alpha 11. Put that on. There we go. Our routing. Pretty straightforward. Squiggling. Not going to bother rubbing all that out. There we go. Excellent. That taxi lights, get those on. Good stuff. Yeah, Toby eye tracker on. Working rate released. Rate check. Pressure 0. Clear right side and clear left side. Is a nice scenery, this one. This is, as I mentioned earlier, a Flightbeam Wellington. Good job. Just checking these flight dynamics then for the taxi. Not flight, but taxi dynamics that have changed. I think it is an improvement. I think it's an improvement. Oh man, I could just blame one of the stewardesses. Yeah, that's it. And the kids loose with theelt tip pens. Clear right side, clear left side. Absolutely. The taxi checks were done, the flight controls.
New Zealand 603, contact Wellington Tower 118.8.
Alright, 118.8, New Zealand 603, thank you. Tower, New Zealand 603, approaching runway 34.
New Zealand 603, I didn't get that.
New Zealand 603, approaching runway 34 for departure.
New Zealand 603, Wellington Tower, wind tree 45 at 5, runway tree 4, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 34, New Zealand 603. Right, flaps, config 1 plus F, FMAs, climb nav blue, 1 FD2, stop climb 6000 blue, 130 blue, 136 magenta. UNH 1008 is checked, and line up checks. Cabin is secured. Takeoff runway 34, set TIRA we have. We'll take packs 1 and 2 off, and let's light up. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff please, seats for takeoff. Right, nothing on the approach, TCAS is clear. Check out the windsock. Not much going on there. Clear approach and clear right side. Excellent. AP, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't matter, it doesn't affect performance. Excellent. Off. Alright, take off. .05 EPR. The IAEs, about that. EGT stable. The brakes. And flex. Oh, bottles are flying up here. 56 SRS runway, auto thrust blue. 100 knots. Asymmetrical power up. We're going toga. V1 rotates. Just climb. Gear up. Nav. AP1.
New Zealand 603, contact Wellington Departure 122.3.
Thrust climb, auto thrust. Departure 122.3, New Zealand 603. Right, Meta 150, not restriction already. Flaps. Speed check, flaps up. Departure. New Zealand 603 is with you. Go in the view.
New Zealand 603, Wellington departure identified. Climb to flight level 190.
Flying flight level 190, New Zealand 603. Mini FCU 190. And standard cross check passing 47. Checked 3 times. I was enjoying the view out the window there. We're in the cloud now, aren't we? But yeah. Got a bit of a view there. So we are into icing conditions, anti-ice, engine anti-ice is on. Holding 210 knots as required. The fuel flow there, 3.2 tonnes an hour on the engine. So things to run. So yeah, I had throttle calibration there on takeoff. I've readjusted them. Obviously, it's a little bit out. I have to have another calibration with that, but any issues like that, as I did there, just go toga. No point playing around with it. You know, you risk obviously having underperformance, so it's better to have too much performance in that instance. Sim performance is good, SU15. Passing 100. No, we're above the clouds now. We're doing all right. I'll take the seatbelts off. Right, get rid of my lovely drawing there. Let's have a look at the... William, hello there. Hello, good evening to you. Rebecca, welcome. Just joined us, we're just departed Wellington and we're going back a bee in the airport, just turning around to head the other way. Anti-ice can come off. Look outside. There's the airport over there. Wellington. How is beyond ATC? Yes, now it's getting better. I'm also noticing a few more options, a few more sliders coming into the menu. So they're definitely playing around with it. Literally every day I go into it, there's another install to do. So I literally have just done another beyond ATC install. So it's improving. We had some New Zealand accents here on departure as well. So it's doing the right things. Yeah, I thought. I mean, it's early morning here in New Zealand. In the real world, there's very little VATSIM traffic on, so I thought, you know what, I'll carry on testing beyond ATC with this one. Yep, got it on now. So beyond ATC is on. It's cleared us up to level 190. So you may hear that shortly. Cabin altitude is increasing.
New Zealand 603, contact New Zealand radar 119 or decimal 2.
Contact New Zealand radar 119 decimal 2, New Zealand 603. New Zealand radar, good morning. New Zealand 603 is with you, passing flight level 170, climbing flight level 190.
Aircraft calling, say call sign.
New Zealand 603.
New Zealand 603, New Zealand radar, radar contact, climb to flight level 380.
Climb flight level 380, New Zealand 603. 380 in the mini FCU, 380 blue. Open climb. No, I've got, these are premium voices, so let me just double check my settings. Premium model, controller voice, obviously there's no traffic, which, so yeah, it's all premium this is. I'm down to 21,000 characters from my initial allowance, or whatever that was, 50 or 55,000. A few flights with it, so yeah, it's reasonable. To be honest, I haven't tried the basic voices, Willem. I guess the one thing, I suppose, you can change the voices for the other traffic, so, and that's one thing we need to watch, is how good that is when the traffic comes as part of the package. So I think you want it to all sound good. I think the traffic's going to really add the immersion. I mean, I quite often, you would have heard me on past live streams, forget to request takeoff clearance because it's so quiet in frequency. I forget I'm on beyond ATC. So it's can't wait for the traffic to be added, get that immersion and get that injected into the sim. They've done a lot of work behind that, behind the scenes, so it is early release still, obviously, so bear in mind. So I can't be over critical of it yet. It's so we're expecting Queensland at 21:39 UTC. So about an hour's time, basically. Just shy of an hour. The routing for you. There we go, all in one. So, straight down, following the coastline of the South Island of New Zealand, and then heading in to what is Lord of the Rings country, isn't it? That's where they film Lord of the Rings, down here. It's mountainous scenery. I think that is one of the best wing views in the sim. That's, I do think that wing is very realistic. Yeah, you flying, William? Yeah, I need to. What I want to do is go and pick up the Just Flight Tomahawk. That's my first aircraft, and when I did my private license, the first aircraft I flew. So they've done quite a detailed model of that, and so I wouldn't mind picking that up and having a play. Perhaps I could relive my first solo cross-country, Anfield to Gloucester. Oh, so you live close to where Lord of the Rings was actually based, Manjagi. So is that the Queenstown area, or is it, I mean, I know it's in the South Island of New Zealand. I mean, there's a fantastic scene all around there, I guess. But you can see some of the mountains already coming up here on the horizon. I mean, I suppose it's. I'm not sure exactly where Lord of the Rings are filmed. I just know it's down there somewhere. Lovely place to live, I guess. I wonder if Air New Zealand need any pilots. I'll have to. Malvern, Worcestershire. But they filmed the. Particularly which one it was. Was filmed in the South Islands of New Zealand. One of the mountains in. I have to Google it. Been a while since I watched that. Take a look outside. We like this model. There we go. There's some of that scenery over there. That. This is the place to be a pilot, isn't it? Nice with the IAEs. And nice view for the passengers on the right side of the aircraft today as well. Now I do want to get set up for the approach pretty early on, and I want to check if I can get the ATIS to go in and find the frequency, tune it. Let's have a look. Four.
Ceiling 6,500 broken. Temperature 0 tree. Dew point 01. QNH 1006. Transition level 150. Advise on initial contact you have information Zulu. Queenstown Airport information Zulu. 204 Zulu. Wind 055 at 1 ceiling 6,500 broken. Temperature 0 tree. Dew point 01. QNH 1006. Transition level 150. Advise on initial contact you have information Zulu.
No runway available on there. Ah, that's right. Yep. All filmed in New Zealand. Middle Earth around them. Wow, that rings bells now, yeah. Thank you. It's need to watch that again. Well, with the wind, T3 certainly looks likely. Just checking that's what we are doing, isn't it? It went runway 23, correct. Okay. So in that case, let's do a bit of work. Believe it or not, we'll do a bit of work. This one. Yeah, most of the day on hold for one of those, absolutely. Expecting to come in by Atkill. This is an RNP. It's not. Is it not RNP or RNAV? RNP Zulu. Required navigation performance. AR authorization required. That is because we have not got a straight line in from the final approach fix. Final approach fix is LARAV. Yeah, it turns in. So, what we need to do, certainly what we'd do in the real world, be checking all these points. So, at kill. And then we come on to the approach. At fab. 6,700. Correct. Those earlier points. Don't worry about the fuel, that's me which at the moment it's routing us at kill at fab. Box. I've flying the Airbus since 2010. Yeah, and it's quite rated on the series, the 320 series, so the 19 and 21, and I have flown all types. Like that one, he wasn't, oh no. Yep. UN, wasn't it? UN 770. Right, let's see what kind of a mess we're building up here. Fernando, yes, UK based. Yeah, rather than go straight down to Antwerp, X. Insert. Not what you just showed me. Hold on a minute. At kill, QN. Right, so that's QN 780. Take that one up. And the line's up. .770 after Ogox. .780 in the wrong place. Had to kill. Ogox. 780 at kill 780. You're right. That's 780 is in the wrong place. Sorry about this. Just yeah, that one out. Getting somewhere out. Yeah, that one out. Insert. That. Fuel. UN78. Trying to avoid crashing into any mountains today. It doesn't recognise that one. Owen, is that Owen? Here again, QN 780. Insert. Doesn't put my 780 in. My zoom range. I like that one. Anyway, we've got a more precise routing in any case. Just wanted to check. So Togox 8696. We want to be 86 on the dot. Ideally, put that in. Just get it all planned out. UN 770. .75. Well, you don't need this too late. Takes a while to do. One of your mates from school is a captain on the Airbus A320. Oh, that's impressive. That's not a bad job to have at all. Nice aircraft. Get to see the world on that one. Up 67. That checks. And then QN 760. 5151 checks. Apex 42. 42. LARAV. 33. 33. So LARAV is top of the final, and here's another gotcha hiding down here. 3.2 degree glide slope, so non-standard, so slightly sharper rate of glide slope angle. Not glide slope, so not a glide slope, but descent angle. For this one, right? So the approach is now tidied, and what we should also do is check our missed approach. It's quite a dangerous airport to fly into in terms of terrain, so we want to make sure we're doing the right thing. So on the other side we have, there's me and my drawing again, let's not use pens. Right, my pointer, so press, no, press again, yeah. Right, what we're doing then. Missed approach detail. Altitude flight 100. QN 727. 50 knots, 150 knots, 150 knots. Kebab plus 32. Correct. No love above 4. No love above 4. QN 732. Rucksack below 9. Rucksack at or below 9. Correct. Okay, that's looking good. Clear that. That's me. "55 minutes on arrival." Plenty. Okay, how are we doing up here? Sound ATC's gone very quiet on me. Let me have a check. Have I done something wrong? No. Continue climb 380, and we must be. We are at 380, so we missed that. Mach out cruise. We're down. So, over there. Company message. Do the admin today, no first officer. Air New Zealand ops, what do they want? A delay for 217 minutes. Oh, I can't remember what I put into sim brief, but as long as it was a realistic flight, I was happy. Alright, equitime points coming up, which is still relevant because we have no real diversion airport for the 320 that certainly flight sim brief could find. So it would be back to Wellington for us. Organ Aviator, good evening. You've been playing with the inibuilds 320. Overall was impressed, just a few bugs. Yeah, I think whatever happened on the autothrust on yesterday's stream was on the approach a little bit worrying. But, interestingly, if you're close to VLS, I've had this a few, even in the Fenix handles it better. But I've had autopilot disconnect in the Fenix on auto, turning in on final at low speed, close to VLS. Not unsafe. But the engines don't seem to react, and it might be something with the sim. Not sure on that one. Actually, interested in the flight dynamics now. So back in the Fenix today. Yeah, just keen to understand the flight dynamics and how they've changed. I'm going to get into some circuits at some point over the weekend and put that on stream. Maybe we'll go back to Châteauroux in France, which is somewhere I've done circuits in the real world, as we did on stream. So you go back and see the live stream. That was the Fenix CFM we took around the circuit 6 times. The weather turned in on us. But I can make a direct comparison then. I can probably just compare what's changed. So yeah, I do plan to. We can take the inibuilds round as well. Do some circuits. Be interesting. We take all 3 round. Do the fly-by-wire as well. That needs to be done. Might get a stream in tomorrow early if I do one. But it is Airbus Cockpit Coach's birthday tomorrow, so might not get one in. We'll see. Yeah, that goes. I might enjoy a lion instead. Eat myself. Thank you, Organ Aviator. Appreciate it. I might, if I do pop on, it'll be an early one, I think. I'm in early shift mode at the moment anyway, so I'm out of bed at crack of dawn. Keen to test those flight dynamic changes, crosswind, so that's what I'll do. I'm going to get into the circuits, put a 15 to 20 knot crosswind in, and see how it handles that, see if anything's drastically different. Right, let's have a look. 1006 is what the ATIS gave us, so we'll chuck that in there. Use FSI panel? I use a FSI panel quite often.
New Zealand 603, contact New Zealand radar 120.9er. Bye bye.
New Zealand radar 120.9er. Good day, New Zealand 603. New Zealand radar, New Zealand 603 is with you, flight level 380.
New Zealand 603, New Zealand radar contact.
Yeah, so FSI panel is actually a great tool. I do like FSI panel. It's the ability to just put you anywhere. You can put it over fix. If you've got your navigraph linked up, standard instrument arrivals. I use it a lot. For circuits though, I mean I get used to flying the circuits, so I do recommend in the Airbus getting the bird on, getting the flight directors off and flying visual circuits. So get used to handling the aircraft rather than just straight lining yourself up. You just want to test your landings, of course, yeah, absolutely, but you probably find your landings are better if you're used to a bit more hand flying in the circuit, so I recommend that. So, top of descent, about 45 miles up. Yeah, absolutely, Willem. Yeah, hand flying it, getting the flight directors off. So over here, you want to be using. Learning to fly with this, the bird and the Airbus, that's what you want. Yeah, it's a good skill to have. So we're going to do our arrival performance. So we're expecting 2-3, no reason to suggest we've got any rain or anything, so more. So we've got runway, so we're auto rate medium. That gets us in on idle. Probably go max reverse anyway. There's a short runway, shortage at 6,000. So we get that in, auto rate medium. So get this one start up, shall we? Ready. Over 4 Bravo. That kill. We want, and then aerodromes will work out. (5,830 feet), so yeah, it's shorter than what I'm used to. Probably on par with the Jersey's about 5.5-ish, isn't it? So Jersey, closest I come to that. Routine flying back in the UK. So we better brief this up. So left-hand seat arrival, landing flap setting, we'll go config full. We've calculated our runway performance, so use of auto brakes, medium and max reverse today. Planned runway exit, so we'll be vacating, going 2-3, so we'll be vacating left, likely to be, if we decelerate before Alpha 5, and we can't, may as well roll down to Alpha 4, Alpha 3, we can use the energy. Vacate there unless we have traffic which prevent us from doing otherwise behind us. No hotspots depicted on the chart.
New Zealand 603. Contact New Zealand radar 129er decimal tree.
Contact New Zealand radar 129er decimal 3, New Zealand 603. Good day.
Negative. New Zealand radar on 129er decimal tree.
New Zealand radar on 129er decimal 3, New Zealand 603. New Zealand radar, New Zealand 603, level flight level 380.
New Zealand 603, New Zealand radar contact.
Okay, so on the AirRAV Fort Bravo is what we expect. Initially flight level 150 above at Pampu, above 100 at Xbox, and then we're on to the RNP Zulu runway 23. Coming in by Atkil, we've checked this in the charts. Final approach point is 3,003. MSA 11,400 for the arrival. So we can expect, and it has probably very sensitive in the Phoenix, the Egypt Wiz, so our terrain alerts likely to come in. I'm not sure how close we're going to get and how sensitive being programmed, but I would expect perhaps a few terrain cautions from the terrain monitoring system. So that's just something we need to be aware of. We're approaching top of descent, so ideally we want to be heading down. Here I guess that's the descent. So MSA, yep, 11,400, and we checked our fuel. So we've got 55 minutes, I think, on arrival. Yeah, 56 minutes. We're good, and that's to get us back Wellington if we need it. No non-standard ups. Main threat is terrain. Big threat today, terrain. So I'm going to pay caution to that. And beyond ATC becomes a problem. We'll ignore it. Is that right? Probably is asked beyond ATC for descent. It will start arguing with me a bit. So, a new altitude change. Not altitude change. I just want descent. I wonder if I started down, if I cleared myself for a descent now. Just do that. So be naughty. See what thrust idle descent 150 blue. Okay, we do get alerts, do we? Yeah. Thanks for that. So yeah, we'll expect alerts. We just need to pay caution to that, but are in a high terrain environment, so required navigation performance.
New Zealand 603. You were assigned flight level 380. I show you at flight level 369er. Climb to flight level 380.
Yeah, it does tell us off. Okay. Well, I need to go down. Sorry, I got to be in Queenstown. So we do need to check.
New New Zealand 603. You were assigned flight level 380. I show you at flight level 369er. Climb to flight level 380.
Oh, I know. The 3 RSs. Nav accuracy is high. Yeah, that's well within tolerance as well. So we're good.
New Zealand 603, New Zealand radar.
Get the first officer to deal with him.
Roger, climb to flight level 380, New Zealand 603.
We're still above profile. We need to be going down. Probably beyond ATC. Archie descending. So we're meeting required navigation performance criteria. If at any stage we're uncomfortable with the approach, we'll break off and we'll go around. It's descent, yeah, the vectors have improved a bit, Willem. Certainly descent. My top of descent was always a bit of a problem around there. Vectors actually depends on airfields, your airfield you're flying into. If it becomes too much of an annoyance, I'll say goodbye to beyond ATC. It's not adding anything. I won't give up on it though. I certainly want to see the traffic side of it come in. Right, we're back on profile. With FS you go down and stuff. Up a descent and wake the controller up. Yeah, it's not a bad way of doing it. Let's have a look on the outside. Scenic but dangerous surroundings on aircraft. All blacks, indeed. Yep. You see, I get a relocation package for Air New Zealand. That would be nice flying, wouldn't it? I expect it's very challenging at times. Right, what's going on here? LRAV.
New Zealand 603, New Zealand radar, expect over 2 Alpha, runway 05.
05, right, it's wind's calm, so I'm not going to do that. I think beyond ATC, we're set up, the wind's 1 knot, and it was actually blowing down 2-3, so I think we'll say goodbye to beyond ATC for now. It's going to end up in an argument. I need some traffic. I need traffic. Has such a big impact on the day-to-day operations. It just makes it more immersive. Kind of missing that, to be honest. So maybe back to VATSIM for a little while, but even VATSIM. I mean, if we're flying now in New Zealand, there'll be no one else around. Very early morning in New Zealand. Equinox. Plus 100, let's check we've got eyeball Q 006 checks. Important. Terrain. Box 100s. Yes, only 2 degrees down there, so this is obviously going into winter time in New Zealand. Highest peak currently in our zone, in our navigation display, is 7,100 feet. Lowest 2,900. Got one. 80 miles, so 8,100, the highest peak around. The airport zone. It's something more I can always add, but there's always room for more videos. I'll keep them coming. So I'm glad you find them useful. Quite often something I think, well, publish a video and think, oh, I could have added that or that, but then you can go off on some real tangents if you got to get the basic facts. You can operate your aircraft in the sim in a similar manner to how we do in the real world. That's the aim of what I'm trying to get across. So I'm really glad you find them useful, William. Thank you. Got a stiff headwind, so we've got 47 knots on the nose at the moment. 240 at 1 knot. Let's refresh that. 240 at 4 now. So actually that is a wind shift, so we might be coming in with a bit of a tailwind. Variable as well, so we can take a... not ideal, I guess, for a short runway. But we can take a tailwind of 4 knots. We just need to pay caution to our lap speed. Fixed wings and extending centre lines, yeah, very useful. Especially if you're in a situation on an approach where you haven't, today we've got a lot of different altitude constraints. We know we need to be at any point on the approach, but some airports, Jersey in the UK, Belfast for example, flying to regularly, don't have so much guidance in terms of the charts where you need to be, so you need to sort of put a bit more effort into judging that yourself and helping the aircraft. So that flight level 100 rule at 30 nautical miles from the airport with the radius ring 250 knots is a good one to be using. Speed alt start. Let's continue it down. Let's go flight level 100. The next restriction is to be ECVOX. Thrust idle descents over flight level 100, so I don't want to breach that, so we'll hold it 100 and the FCEU 100 blue. It's 5 degrees now. Position altitude is 2709. Big full, and the VAP is 134. Lowest selectable 129. Standard. This transition 006. Cross check passing 12.4 now. Cross checked 3 times. Yeah, I eliminated beyond 86. Alright, let's get it near down. So 8,000 in the FCU, 8,600 magenta, altitude constraint. Depends on the airport you're flying into. Well, top of descent is an issue. The vectors can be an issue. I've had it for vectoring a few times. Let's have a look. I need anti-ice. Seatbelts on. No localizer LS mode for this approach. So no, there's a few bits. Alright, we'll get there. We'll get there. We're not expecting cloud to be an issue. Snow? Cloud was around 6, wasn't it? Overcast 7. Yeah, I feel a bit safer in the Phoenix today than I did with the... I think why, because we didn't have that UN point there, so I can use the tow box. H6 has been met. Speed. LDEV. VDEV. Actor going into approach phase. Configured reasonably early. Yeah, alpha floor. It's not good, is it? We have alpha floor. Okay, speed checks flaps 1. Marin's ready. It looks like we'll be out of icing conditions at the moment, so we'll get that out. Bit of speed brake action. E-check flaps 2. Alarm the approach.
Terrain ahead.
There we go.
Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
My control, terrain.
Ahead. Pull up.
No action needed. As briefed. Final lap. Headwind. On profile. It'd be a go around minded. We've got it in the box and operating on that nav. Fine. 1,500 check. Flaps free, gear down.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Remain my control. Disregard.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Recording on.
Terrain ahead.
Flaps
Pull
free.
up.
Speed checks. Flaps free. Is our landing lights? There we go. Light on.
Terrain
Flaps
ahead.
full. Speed checks.
Pull
Flaps
up.
full. Landing checklist. Cabin secured. Go around altitude. 100 sets. Spoilers armed. Signs on that. Really put those on. ECAM memo landing nobly. Airfield in sight.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Remain my control. Disregard.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
100 above.
Minimum.
Continue. And we'll take the autopilot out now.
1,000.
Two whites, two reds. Reverse. Spoilers, decel. Manual braking. 70 knots. Reverse idle. Fast idle. Welcome to Queenstown, everybody. Got a bump in the wrong way there. There in the real world. Right, as briefed, we'll come off here. ABI tracker. Doing the business. Inibuilds, Queenstown, everybody. Inibuilds, Queenstown scenery. I did have the replay going there as well, so we can have a look at that. Clean up. Lap spoilers. Yeah, for a minute while I mess around with all this stuff. What did the landing rate say then? Flying. It actually it did seem very playing my own trumpet, but it did seem pretty smooth. We could go. Should we go straight ahead on stand? One of the just over here, I think. Let's have a look. 318. 318. It did seem smoother than a 318, but do they want us over there? They're sort of waiting over there. There's a man waiting here because we want us to be over there. Anyway, no one else here. We'll see if we get that replay going and won't do anything with engine shutdown or anything. Just have a look. Hold it there. Bring up the right, stop recording. Anything we need to do, always mess replays up. Up there, everything off. Touch, I think in effect. Wheels down. Let's give this a go then. What could go wrong? Ah, that's nice. A nice airport to fly into. Normally I fast forward a bit, but we've got such nice scenery around, I want to take a bit of that in. So Flightbeam, Wellington scenery, and inibuilds, Queenstown. Over the mountains indeed. Nice day for doing this approach as well. So let's check out this 318 landing rate, shall we? Oh, I'm not sure that was a 318. On the touchdown zone as well. Have another look at that, shall we? Let's put it back up and just have a look at that from another angle. Pause replay. Boilers are stuck out or something. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me this evening on this one. I'll give you another replay of that. Side. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll give you a couple more. I'll do an internal view as well, wing view as well. But no, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Enjoy the replays, and I'll maybe see you tomorrow morning, if not some course over the weekend, and have live stream and look up some more videos as they come through. Have a good evening.